Megan SKELLY, shedding your armor, a returning to ourselves.
In the words of famed author and researcher Brené Brown, as children, we found ways to protect ourselves from vulnerability, from being hurt, diminished, or dismissed. We put on our armor and used our words, emotions, and actions as weapons. And we learned how to make ourselves scarce, even to disappear. The armor, self-appointed guard, the mask that hasn't been taken off, or the wall we constructed within our hearts, protected us, and it served our most basic evolutionary human need, our desire and craving of safety. Now as adults, we realize that to live with courage, purpose, and connection, to be the person with whom we long to be, we must return to a place of vulnerability. We must take off the armor, lay down the weapons, show up, and let ourselves be seen. My wall was built over time, and for good reason. My psyche, my vulnerable sense of self, and my heart couldn't stand to take any more attacks. I had to protect myself. Days turned into months, months turned into years, and years turned into decades of me subconsciously adding stones to my wall. A wall that I didn't even realize was even there. There are little moments every day in space and time in which we can lean in and feel that connectedness of a gaze, a smile, a touch. And we can surrender to a love and energy that moves through all of us. Or out of a subconscious reaction, we can push it away and retreat. And we can see the light and joy of that moment pass us by. Our lives essentially passing us by. Pushing away opportunity, missing the magic of life, or surrendering to exactly what we're meant to be. I chose to abandon myself time and time again, ensuring that I couldn't show up as me. I realized that as a child, I didn't have a choice. We learn through trial and error. So we do what's best for us at the time and make our decisions as we go. Now I can pause, I can breathe, slowly bringing me back to me. I can be here, I can feel, and I can experience this state in a place of love and openness. What a relief. These moments can serve as a reminder that love, intimacy, and closeness, connection are free. They're a choice that we get to be there for, and they have no conditions or exceptions. I built my wall to keep others out, to protect my ego, my fragile sense of self, and to keep others from truly seeing me. But what I did in the meantime was actually trap myself inside. I woke up to a self-appointed prison. And I realized that all it did was make me feel less than, lonely, and longing for more. Trapped in emotions that made sure that procrastination, distraction, eating, alcohol became my friends. They ensured I never left. And they also ensured that my two friends, shame and guilt, were my cellmates. What used to keep me safe, strong, and even better actually became the barrier between what I really wanted, which was purpose, connection, and joy. Joy, what Brené Brown actually calls our most vulnerable human emotion. It's funny to think that joy is actually the scariest thing for us to experience. But when we feel joy, it is from a place of incredible vulnerability. Joy is beauty and fragility and a deep sense of gratitude, all wrapped into one. And when that deep sense of vulnerability is too much, joy becomes foreboding, and we immediately move to self-protection. It's as if we're going to grab vulnerability by the shoulders, shake it, and say, "You will not catch me off guard." I realized I could choose to shed this weight and surrender. Waving a white flag to my authentic and raw self. to pick up the hand of that little girl that I lost so long ago, to laugh, dance, smile, and embrace without abandon. This journey and decision has allowed me to stop working, pushing, trying just to earn love and just to sit in it. This became exhausting, and I didn't even realize that this prison I had constructed all these years, I actually had this key all along. We all have. The key is love, and it's always been love. So now this is my truth and my responsibility. I don't know where I'd be without my wall, and I'm quite grateful it existed for many years. I do now realize that that wall and those stones need to come down and be repurposed into a bridge that allows for connection and belonging. American psychoanalyst Jim Hollis said it best. We are not here to fit in, be well balanced, or provide exemplum for others. We are here to be eccentric, different, perhaps strange, perhaps merely to add our small piece, our little clunky, chunky selves to the great mosaic of being. As the gods intended, we are here to become more and more ourselves. My invitation for you is to find that young child who used to jump in the puddles, to dance in the grocery store aisle, return to yourself, and never sacrifice returning to who you are for anything or anyone ever again. My life's been better for it. Your lives will be better for it, our community and our world. Madam Toastmaster.